Hello, welcome back to CEO Life But Better. This is Suzanne and your morning deep talk. Yesterday I talked about when you are successful but you don't feel it. I talked a little bit about myself, about my own experience, but today I want to dive deeper into that. How can it even be that despite being successful, you don't feel successful? That is in most cases because we have some, I'd say, dysfunctional programming going on in our minds and our emotional system. By dysfunctional programming, I mean things like you believe about yourself consciously or subconsciously, which means without even noticing it, that whatever you do, it's never enough. There's an energy of it's never enough. Whatever I achieve, whatever I invest, whatever I do, I'm never good enough. Well, as long as you're not consciously working on that program, it's like a spinning wheel that keeps running and running and running, and you'll be in the hamster wheel hustling your life away, simply just to satisfy the needs and wishes of other people that sometimes give you a sense of validation, a sense of you are good enough, you are enough. For instance, if you bring home a lot of money to your family, to your wife, to your children, and they are happy about it, of course they are. And then they say, thanks, you're such a great dad. But it's a short-lived feeling, and you're doing it for this kind of sensation. And well, what's next? What's then? The truth is, and that is something you have to deeply realize within yourself, no matter how much you achieve or don't achieve at any point in time, you are always enough. You are always good enough, and you are always exactly the way you're meant to be. It's not your job to satisfy other people to get their validation, at least not if you realize that you don't need their validation anymore, because you're able to validate yourself and to heal that wound or belief of yourself not being enough. So this is one of the programs. It's a mental program, but also an emotional one, because we feel a lot of pain usually when we feel like we are not enough. We feel dismissed or rejected by other people, but mainly by ourselves. We reject ourselves when we think, I could have done this better. So we are criticizing ourselves and thus confirming that we're never good enough. But this is our own mental program that's running, and it's fed on pain that is already or still stored in your body and your energy system. And what we can do together is to, well, first of all, make you realize the programs that are running you and also to transform this kind of pain that they are feeding on. Once you neutralize this pain and you've let go of this belief of never being enough, you live a totally different life, because you don't need anyone's approval or validation to feel like you're good enough. You don't need material successes or whatever. You just are, and you don't even raise the question of being good enough or not being good enough anymore. So, of course, there can be other mental programs or emotional pain involved in this way. Well, even when you are successful, you don't feel successful. And I just gave you an example today. And if you wish to explore a little more on your own programs that are dysfunctional for you and yourself, you're warmly invited to send me an email. You can also check out my website before you do so and see how I can help you. I've made a little description there, and then just get in touch and we'll see what we can do together, what we can accomplish. So for now, I want to keep it short and simple, and I wish you a wonderful day.